A woman named Marie Colvin. Marie Colvin was a world-renowned American journalist working for the Sunday Times of London. She became one of the most acclaimed war correspondents for a generation, covering conflicts in the Middle East, Chechnya, and Kosovo. She once said of journalism that it was a moral mission to bear witness, speak truth to power, and expose the human cost of war. Marie lost her left eye in 2001 while covering the civil war in Sri Lanka. In April of 2001, when she was crossing the front lines to interview a Tamil rebel, she and her guides were caught in an ambush, and she was hit by grenade shrapnel. Instead of using that as a physical marker, it became a symbol of her courage and determination to go on, no matter the personal cost. So she continued to cover wars in Iraq, Afghanistan, Syria, and Libya. Marie actually was tragically killed in 2012 during a Syrian government bombardment. But she always said, once, to believe in what you do and do it as honestly, thoroughly, and fearlessly as you can. What is belief, and how can it be used in life and in business? Belief is subjective. It's determined by your perception, your experience, and your culture. Today we will be talking about three aspects of belief: self-belief, believing in a mission, and believing in others. I grew up in New York State to a loving family. There was nothing in my future that pointed to future troubles ahead. In fact, I was a typical kid. I loved playing with my bikes with my friends in the summer and playing snow in the winter. I had my head up in clouds at that time, creating comic books, fantasizing about girls, and creating great stories. In high school, I was a good test taker. I wasn't a good test taker, but I always got A's in art, English, and social studies. But I still didn't know what I was going to do in high school until I met an Army recruiter who told me I could see the world and the country if I joined the military. That piqued my interest in service. Through that, I joined the Army after high school in July of 1985, and I was sent to Fort Dix, New Jersey for basic training. At Fort Dix, I remember the Paragon Trail. It was a war exercise course on base that tested us all. Splitting up in platoons, we slogged that trail with machine gun fire flying over us and poison gas surrounding around us. With our bayonets fixed to the M16 rifles, we charged the finish line, successfully finishing that course. After basic training, I was sent to an Army detachment at Denver, Colorado at Laurie Air Force Base to be trained in my MOS as a TV radio systems specialist. Basic training was over. I fell in love for the first time. Times were good. Then, after training, I was sent to Washington, D.C. And my brief love affair was over, and I didn't know the ominous clouds that hung up in Washington, D.C. when I approached that city. And I was working at Walter Reed for a few months until something strange happened. Words formed into sentences in my head. I began hearing voices. Another strange thing that was happening to me is sometimes I forgot to shower. I forgot to shave. Then one day, they set me up to be evaluated after a surprise inspection. During that surprise inspection, they saw my human feces spread all over the walls. I have schizophrenia. With that chronic and lifelong condition, I thought my life service was over. I didn't enjoy life as a kid when I was riding my bikes. I didn't enjoy that romance I had when I was in Colorado. I stopped believing. What is